All right, it's October 14th. I got the day off. Today's Columbus Day it's a day off for some of us. Just kind of blanked out. Not much to say. Everything's just growing. Basil's doing its thing. Spinach is starting to come up. Obviously, the center is growing a little better than the rest. The chard's a little funky. The stems are a little weak. I mean, you water it, they kind of fall over, but they're starting to, catch up. The rapini, pretty tall. I'm not seeing any of the little sprouts or whatever you want to call them, flowers coming off of them. So, kale's doing okay. Looks a little scrawny. This white radish has not been doing all that well. It's mostly stem. There is one radish hiding down there. I've eaten two out of here, but it's mostly stem. The red radish is doing pretty good. I'm just waiting for them to get a little bigger, so picking them as I go. And then these are red radish. They're about a month behind. Carrots are doing okay. Green onions are really slow. Not all of them germinated, so that's a little scrawny. That's what's left of the regular carrots. I just been kind of letting them get a little bigger, picking and choosing. There's only, I don't know, a handful left in there that's edible. And then these little carrots are coming along. Only two. The potato plants, only three of them poke through. There's 6 in here. So the whole half of the barrel is empty. So that kind of sucks. Everything else is just doing its thing. Green beans are doing real well. Obviously there's like 12 plants in there, and this is a bush style, not a pole style. Everything's looking real healthy. Lots of buds starting to pop up in here. So I don't know, a couple weeks. Looks like we got a couple bugs eating a few things, but not too bad. There we go. There's some beans going on in there. And then the rutabaga, I probably should have thinned it out. Man, all kinds of creepy crawlies in there. There's a good looking spider, or a good sized spider rather. I pulled one of these the other day. There was just a little nub of a root, so it's gonna take a while before these root and actually do what they're supposed to do, but we'll see what happens. This was a zucchini. I need to tear this bucket down, rebuild it, and I'm probably gonna throw cauliflower in there. These tomatoes are not doing real well. Between the cold and, I don't know, they just don't like being out here. Notice this one's, we'll call it 2 feet at best. And compare that with these other ones that were transplanted at the same time. So like this Juliet grape, I mean, this goes about 7.5 feet if I were to stretch it all the way where it was straight. So that's doing much better than that plant outside. So, a little bonus for the greenhouse and hydroponics. And, there's tomatoes going on back there. So, it's mid-October. Hopefully I get another month of normal growing season. The garden salsa was doing well. Then I think either between the cold and the stress because of all the peppers that were on there that I already trimmed off. So that's basically dead. That one's got to come out. Big beef is doing its thing. There's one right there. There's a baby coming out. And then there's flowers, so hopefully, again, just trying to get to end of November would be optimum. And these are the ones from a couple weeks ago, so they're doing well. Slowly stringing them up. I gotta string them up again. That sucker needs to be clipped, so that's my goal, is try to get some stuff done today. It's I don't know, about 2 o'clock my time, so I've got time. I don't remember which one this is because I didn't label some of these, so my bad on that. But you can see we got some, I want to say this is the red pear. And we got some going on down there. So it's kind of growing wild. It was kind of wonky to begin with. So, and same with this one. So I've got 2 strings on this, and I need to bring this up slowly and get that so it's going in the right direction. So, like I said, grape tomatoes doing good. This Havasu pepper is doing all right still. A lot of red ones. Haven't figured out what to do with them yet, but I need to trim them. The cayenne is starting to look a little wilty. My understanding is that's stress from the plant. These are pretty heavy, so there's a lot of green that you can barely see in here, but I mean, it blends right in, right? Same color. There's some that are red, so probably need to come in and do some trimming and scale the plant down a little bit, so maybe be a little bit less droopy. That midnight snack in the back corner there needs to come down. I just haven't got around to it. There's a couple hanging, but they're split and dried out. This is what's left of the grape tomato. There's a couple hanging on the bottom here, and this trying, so I was kind of let this do its thing. I do have one space for a bucket if I had to, so I'm just kind of leaving that one there. This one I need to get strung up. This is the same one that was in there before, but obviously it's sucker, so this is indigo, so it needs to get on the string. This one is the red pear because I stuck it in there, so I don't know if I have 2 red pears. Oh, this one's getting heavy. Look at this thing, it's just hanging heavy. So this is the black, now this is the Abe Lincoln, so this one has got to go up. You said this is a sucker, that's got to come out. But yeah, so anyways, I got to get in here and do some work. But this one had 2 branches, right? So technically this was probably the sucker. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Like this here. Anyways, so these 2 are the black crims. So there's one growing, hanging out there. This one's doing pretty good, but some of the bottom branches not so great. We'll see how it goes. The peppers have been doing good. It's pretty warm in here today, even though it's been cold. I took off the sunshade, so it's getting full blast of sun. So trying to make up, the days are getting a little shorter. It has been like 45 degrees in the morning. So I'm thinking about getting the plastic up, and you know, it's gonna be a little warmer than maybe the plants like, so I'm trying to figure it out. You know, there's some dead leaves in here, but there's lots of bell peppers. I need to pick some. They're growing pretty good size. And then you can see all the freaking aphids. But they wash off, so they're not eating the bug, they're just hanging out there. And then there's more peppers coming. You know, there's 5 or 6 probably good sized peppers in here. So there's 1, there's 2. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Cucumbers. So cucumbers doing well. They're about 7 feet tall, give or take a few inches. I've got to get in here, and I've been trying to trim them. I need to spray, so that that's that fungus thing that the cucumbers and squash get. So I need to probably clip that one in there, spray that one, and kind of be on it. So I've been, now that I know what it is, I can get on it earlier. Here's a couple that are hanging out, need to be transplanted. I don't remember which kind of cucumber that is. I think that's a little cucamelon, CU. It's a little tiny, sour, round. They look like baby watermelons, but they're cucumbers. But anyways, got cucumbers going. And some of them are rotten before they even get, you know, going, just based on how the leaves are getting clipped or whatever. And then hydroponic still, but that's sitting in a 5-gallon bucket. So I'm debating whether to leave that one in here or get it out into the 55-gallon barrel. So that needs to probably get moved today as well. So anyways, that's all the updates. Kind of long and drug out, but That's what's going on in the greenhouse this week.